Hey Filmator, welcome back. Today we're going to learn how to add an earthquake effect and animate it with keyframes. This is a great way to add movement and realism to your footage, such as simulating the steps of a giant, a landing after a jump, or even a real earthquake. Let's get started. First, select a clip from your video track and go to the magic wand button to expand the motion section. Choose earthquake, and by default, you'll have a constant value, meaning it will already vibrate. We'll be adding multiple values with keyframes to create the effect we want. For this example, let's apply a bit of movement when the characters land on the ground. Go to Layers to see the just added earthquake effect. Let's expand the keyframes drawer to start editing the keyframes. Let's start with no vibration, as this should be the state before the jump happens. Go to the keyframe drawer and select the default keyframe for every property. Edit the value to 0 and unselect the keyframe. Your video will now be steady. To add keyframes, use the slider above the keyframe drawer to set the value you want. When you're ready, simply tap the Add Keyframe button to assign that value to that particular time. As we want the vibration to appear only when the characters are touching the ground, we want to maintain the value of 0 vibration until this moment is closed. So let's move the timeline all the way to the previous moment of touching the ground and press Add a Keyframe with the value of 0. This will ensure that from the start to this point, the value will be 0 and no vibrations will be seen. Then we want to have a big value of vibration just when they touch the ground, so let's move the timeline to that moment, increase the slider to a high value and press Add Keyframe. As you can see, there's no vibration until they are almost touching the ground, and then a big vibration starts. However, if we keep playing, we can see how the vibration is now remaining, which is not desirable, as it should only last for a tiny fraction of time. Let's move the timeline just a little bit after they touch the ground and set a value back to 0 again. This will animate the value from the previous 1 to 0 in a smooth way. And that's it. You now know how to animate properties with keyframes, and you've added a cool vibration effect to your video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.